Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time around here. So obviously currently still on the day's work with PJ Audits, and I'm doing another return visit now because our next door, so it'd be rude of me not to. Lowell Debt Collectors and Lowell Solicitors. PJ is just setting up his camera equipment, and I'm going to mask up again on this one because they'll probably know who I am. So I'll get all covered up and we'll see what happens. Check it out, guys. Lowell Debt Collectors, scum out there. Right, guys. So here we are. So for PJ's viewers as well as mine, this side is Lowell Debt Collectors, and this side over here is Lowell Solicitors.
So Martin is showing us how to do it. So if you get any of these debt collectors letters, this is where they tend to come from.
This is indeed where they come from. So this is it, guys. This is the firm that is, making money out of what is already a bad situation. People get into debt and then these guys eat it up for profit. So let's say, for example, we call it Lovely Sue. So say Lovely Sue takes a loan out, and then she defaults on that loan. She may have lost a job, anything could have happened. And say she currently owes, let's say she owes £600 to Mr. Loanman. Now Mr. Loanman knows he's not getting paid at the time, so he decides to cash in on it and cut his losses. So Mr. Loanman sells that £600 debt to Lowell for 200 quid, and then Lowell put interest on top of the £600, make it up to £1,000, and then intimidate this Lovely Sue to paying this £1,000, whether it be in a lump sum, whether it be in instalments, whether it's under duress and threats of taking your possessions, your TV, your car, in some cases your home. It can be quite a serious situation. Some people's lives can be destroyed by companies like these, and I absolutely despise them. I despise what they stand for, and I despise what they do. But it is one of them industries that will continue to thrive for as long as people are getting into bad situations, and people do lose their jobs sometimes from no fault of their own, and people do have bad things happen. And then so they turn to credit. People turn to credit. So for as long as people turn to credit, these companies will thrive. I can confirm there is a lady inside who doesn't look happy that we're here. She's on the phone, probably calling some form of security. But obviously, as we know, we're not doing anything wrong. We're just here documenting what this company does. Now that's Lowell Debt Collectors. But over here, on this side, we have Lowell Solicitors. So what these guys do is, when these guys fail to intimidate you and it doesn't work, and you told them to bugger off and you're not paying up, they send your file over to this side of the park. And then what this side of the park starts to do is they start sending you even more threatening letters, threatening you with CCJs and the courts and the High Court bailiffs and all this sort of stuff, just a slightly higher intimidation tactic. And then what they can do in some situations, not all situations, because you've got to remember that purchasing of debt is a very weird and wonderful business. So it all depends on how the debt is purchased. If a debt is purchased in a specific way, I'm not going to go into these specific ways, so I'm not 100% clued up on it myself, but when debts are purchased in specific ways, they're not actually purchased, they are, let's say, borrowed. So sometimes a debt collection company will be collecting on behalf of Mr. Loanman, but sometimes Mr. Loanman sells that debt, and then the debt collections become owners of that debt. But in the situations where the company is still acting on behalf of the debt company, then what they can do is they can then take it to court and have the courts enforce that debt. But what I do know is when they purchase the debt and the debt collection becomes the owner of said debt, they cannot then take it to court to be enforced, because only the original creditor can take you to court, or obviously an agency acting on behalf of the original creditor. So both of these companies here make an absolute killing out of what essentially is poverty. You know, people struggling in life, and these guys are just cashing in on it. Cash, 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 cash. I mean, just look at the size of these buildings. They're absolutely huge. And if you or your family have ever experienced any debts, the chances are is you have had letters through from Lowell Financial. These guys used to be called Lowell Financial and Lowell Portfolio Limited, but they since changed their names to Lowell Debt Collection Limited, Lowell Financial Limited, and Lowell Solicitors Limited. Brother sisters, uncle sisters, and then the ownership of these companies isn't even all that good either. Instead of it just being Mr. So-and-so, it's all owned by, you know, further companies that are appointed, and all very confusing company stuff. It's designed to basically cheat the tax man, you know, so they pay minimal taxes on their income is essentially what it is. And then should they make serious mistakes, some serious wrongdoings, who's to blame? A limited company is to blame and not an individual. So say they commit frauds and stuff like that, who can go to jail? The company can't go to jail.
They've just broke the law over there.
They've just what?
Broke the law.
What have they done?
Well, she's just been unlocked all the doors.
Ah, she's been unlocked all the doors.
Yeah.
I think it's funny when they lock doors, because
if there's a fire, how are people going to get out?
what I laugh at is because if we came here with the intention of going in, the first thing we would have done is gone in.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that would have been the very first thing that we'd done.
I had a good laugh to really struggling
To lock it.
To lock it, yeah.
And shaking and that.
Pushing and pulling on doors.
Yeah.
Getting lined up. I told her she's got to line that long straight thing up with a hole.
Yeah.
The doors are open.
They're not. I don't think they're going to come out to us. I do remember on my first visit here, guys, this tannoy here, just in front of me, it came over the "Please stop filming and leave the property." I took my fingers up at him. Bugger off. So look, they've locked the doors as well, guys, so this guy over here is waiting to get into work. And look, he can't get into work, look. They've locked the doors as if with some sort of bloody threat. And this guy stood there, trying to get into work. He's going to be late for his shift. He's going to be late for his bloody shift. What's it to do? Oh, PJ's getting a bit of interaction over here. There's special numbered parking spaces on the floor with Lowell written on it. They must be the bigwigs.
You can't tell because
I can't tell you,
What was just said then?
Right.
What was said then?
Yeah.
This is not Lowell's anymore.
You see that board over
It's
there?
not Lowell's anymore.
Look, you see that on there?
Oh yeah, they're in there.
Lowell Financial Limited.
I spoke to the most we got contacted with
They're still on Company House as registered here. They're still on Google as registered here.
So apparently it's got a contractor coming to remove it.
Yeah, I don't quite believe it, if I'm going to be quite honest.
No. But
The-
due to the Secrets Act, they couldn't tell me what they're doing there.
The fact is, these companies are multi-millions in profit. So I don't see why they've been moving and relocating.
No.
Makes no sense.
I mean, if you look through these windows here, I believe these offices probably empty now.
I don't know, mate. Yeah, it does look empty, to be fair. Oh, it is very empty, actually. Yes, completely empty. Maybe they have packed up. Maybe
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah. Unless they're on the top floor.
It did say 3rd floor. Is where they are.
Alright. I bet we can't see anything through the windows over there though.
No, I doubt it. So the security are approaching us here, guys. That was the security man. He's going to leave us be, which is obviously positive. This lady over here will lock the doors. I do believe I've actually met her before. I do believe I've had dealings with that lady previously.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
What kind of dealings have you had with her?
Well, she just asked me, you know, what I'm doing, and I told her to mind her own business, sort of thing.
Okay.
But so I was talking. There was a young man that came out, and he was asking me loads of questions. And so he phoned the police, and he stood there on phone to the police for ages. And she comes out, and she's like, "What are you doing? We're waiting for cleaners to get in. You've got the keys. They can't get in." He got told off, and I'm like, you just got told off by your boss. That was on the first visit to Lowell some time ago. But anyway, guys, I've provided you. Sorry. I provided you there with some information regarding Lowell's and Lowell Solicitors.
All the blinds down.
Yeah, they will do. They will do. All the blinds down. So there's not much else to add then, guys. So if I just flip that camera around, yeah, I think we're pretty done here, it seems, because we're not getting any, no one wants to engage, so there's no point standing in the rain for an hour. They know the score. They know that they're obviously disliked people that are outside with cameras. They're probably not here to sing the praises.
So the winter passes over, wish I was.
So that, guys, was Lowell debt collectors
So that's about it
for the revisit.
There you go, look, you can see back of his head again.
I'm sorry I didn't get
Double
to kick
dose
no
of
security, but it is what it is. I've had a brilliant day in that out filming with PJ. We've had a blast. We've had a few things.
Catch you all later. See you.
And that's it, guys. See you later. He's live streaming again. Guys, listen, that's it as always. If you haven't already subscribed to Mr. PJ Audits, his link is in the description below this video. So do head over there and do subscribe to his channel. Other than that, guys, you know what's coming, don't you? Do you? You should do. Till the next one, as always, stay safe, peace and respect.